Are you good on the phone? Do you use a telephone? Are you a member of the younger generation that's afraid to talk on the phone? I sure hope not, because honestly, it's really sad, and people are missing out on a fundamental life skill. Now, I realize that AI is taking everything over, and eventually no one will have jobs and we'll all just be Wall-E style on the couch with monitors and universal basic income. But until then, the art of the phone call is very important culturally and to business people and to creating opportunities and situations that would have never happened if you hadn't picked up the phone and gave them a call. Now, to anyone out there who thinks, I can just shoot them a text instead, it's the same, right? No. That's about the same as like a nuclear bomb compared to like me punching someone in the face, okay? Very different. Both equally powerful, but in different ways. My name's Travis Beck. If those of you that are new to this channel, please like and subscribe. I'm a location scout and manager for 7-8 years. I've been in production for 12 years. Before that, I lived in Nebraska and I interviewed people. I studied journalism. I was a reporter in college. Again, meeting people, talking to people, working the phones. A lot of people are bad at being on the phone, but I am just so good at it that I want to share my wisdom with you and help you take your life to the next level, take your business to the next level, take your... I've talked to thousands of people in my career, hundreds of interviews over the course of 15 years, and I've just learned a lot about emotional intelligence, interpersonal communication, and how to be an effective communicator with various methods on the phone, in person, email, smoke signals, etc. And I just want to impart my wisdom to you so you can have a better life. So I've made a short little list. I'm going to go through it with you. And tell me what you think in the comments. So many people don't want to talk on the phone, okay? Don't get me started. And if you do get them on the phone, they're horrible. It's like, okay, I don't want to talk to you after all. Click. I guess you're way more exciting and interesting through text, which is sad. But the art of the phone call can't be overstated. It's so important. How to win a phone call. A lot of people don't know because they're not interested in taking their life to the next level. Me, as a location scout, I have to work the phones all the time as part of my job. How to win a phone call. Most people don't ever think about that. They're too busy texting and they're like, what? People still talk on the phone? Yeah, they do. If you're over the age of, 25, you probably talk on the phone regularly. And for those that don't, I warn you, if you think texting is the same as a phone call or in-person communication, I got news for you. I got some beachfront residential mansion property in Iowa to sell you, okay? I feel bad for the younger generation. I think they're kind of fucked, personally. They're afraid to communicate. Let's not even talk about in person. That's a whole separate video. On the phone, they're terrified. You ever call someone and then they don't answer and then they respond with a text and they're like, hey, what's up? Hey, can I help you? Did you just call me? LOL, what's up? Yeah, I called you. I'm an old-fashioned guy, okay? I'm 38 years old. I was born in the 80s. Especially now with AI taking over and just the uncertainty of our future workforce, it's good to just be as good of a human as you can possibly be. And that means in-person communication, on the phone communication, email, and texting. Texting's last, by the way. If it's your first way to communicate, stop. Number one, especially now in the age of robots and AI taking over, authenticity is king. Just like in stand-up comedy. It used to be set up, punchline, set up, punchline. Now you can just go up there and be a character and be authentic and people will just laugh at anything you say. You don't even need a punchline. You don't even need a joke. You just go up there and talk. Authenticity is king, and as we all get taken over by robots, the people that are most human, that are more enthusiastic, that stand out, those are going to be the ones that live. The others will be killed in a death camp. Number two, have some enthusiasm. Be a personality. I'm not saying be fake, but don't just be monotone. Hi, my name's Daryl. How are you? I just wanted to see if maybe you knew someone that could possibly help me out with something. No, you mean to be, hey, how you doing? Hi, my name's Travis. How are you? Hi, my name's Paul. And, well, I was just hoping that maybe you could help me out with some... Click. You gotta get to the point quick. Okay? Hello, my name's Travis. I work with the film company. How are you doing today? Boom. Give it back to them. It's like a tennis match. You're going back and forth, but it needs to be balanced. Can't be like you talking the whole time or letting them talk the whole time, and sometimes you need to interject and just throat punch them with words. Hi, my name's Travis Beck. I'm with a film company. How are you doing today? That's great. Just a little bit of variety, Now, a lot of times what I do is called a cold call. I'm not calling someone I've spoken with before. It's a random phone call to a business, and I'm trying to get some specific information or get a contact through them that's more accurate for my end goal. If you don't start with enthusiasm, then you're not going to get enthusiasm in return from the random person on the other end of the line that probably sits at a front desk all day, super boring job, underpaid, overworked. People are constantly barking at them what they need, no please, no thank you. So I just give them everything that they're not getting in their real life. Please and thank you, politeness, hey, how you doing? I do the same thing at the grocery store, the cashier line. Hey, how's it going? And you actually wait for a response and they're just shocked. They're like, wow. Most people, when I say, hey, how are you? They just look at their phone. I'm scanning groceries. They don't care. But if you actually wait to hear, what was that? How you doing? And you wait for the response. It makes you even more human than most people, and it shows that you care. You actually do care, even if we'll probably never talk again, and I don't know you, I've never met you, probably never will meet you. I have respect for you and passion and share sort of empathy with you in this moment. I try to get down to it. I've taken a lot of psychedelics over the years, so maybe I have empathy and more compassion than the average human. Marijuana could help with that as well. But the point remains, if you engage them, if you're nice and ask them how they're doing, you're going to get a lot further than if you just go straight to, here's what I need. Please transfer me to so-and-so. Dick. I know you're probably like, oh, this is cheesy, but no. Do you want to get far in life or not? It's very important to introduce yourself first, okay? Hello, my name's Travis. And then secondly, after your name, you go straight to where you're calling from. Are you with a film company? Are you with a plumbing company? Are you the electrician? What are you? Real estate? Are you a lawyer, a scientist, the president of the United States? You need to get to it really quickly. But you start with the name. Why? Because it's primal. And we're all primal animals just pretending to be, civilized. We've been civilized, 200 years, 300 years? Give me a break. We're all primal beasts underneath it all, barely keeping it together. And if you remember their name and then use it again at the end of the conversation as a sort of tag, like a stand-up comedian, you're gonna look really good and they're gonna be like, wow, this guy actually remembered my name. I'm not gonna kill myself later after all. Introducing yourself first and getting right to the point of who you're calling with or from establishes credibility, which is good because they get a bunch of bullshit calls all day of people just telling them what they want, no engagement, no personality, no humanness, nothing. I like to be a human first, then get down to business. Maybe I'm just a talkative, annoying guy, but I like to engage people, whether it's the grocery store, Walgreens, the bank, wherever. Hey, how you doing? How are you? Yep, life's kind of shitty. Yeah, I know, things are crumbling around us, but here we are, being human, keeping it all together. Use please and thank you when you communicate with this person, please. They make minimum wage. They're on the phone all day long talking to assholes. Be a non-asshole. Ask them how they're doing. Please and thank you. Hi, can I please speak with a manager? My name's Travis. I'm with a film company. Thank you so much. How hard is that? And you can't be too pushy either. I know that you called for a reason and you need information, you need to speak to the right person, etc. You might be under the gun. You might be under a deadline. You got to get to it. But guess what? No one gives a fuck. You know why? Because everyone has their own shit going on and the world doesn't revolve around you. People have their own lives. And don't assume that they're just sitting around waiting for your phone call, because they're not. They're on their phone playing Candy Crush, scrolling, doom scroll, thinking about suicide. They're not thinking about your phone call, okay? Always be the first one to hang up. After you've gotten the information that you want, just be like, okay, sounds good, all right. A lot of people don't know how to say goodbye, which is really annoying. Some of my friends, they don't know. It's like, okay, cool, yep. I know, crazy, right? Yep. Okay, well, it was good to talk to you, Roger. It was good. All right. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye. No, none of that. If you hang up first, you are a power broker. You're a CEO. Yep, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Done. Don't wait for them to hang up. You hang up first. It's a power move. Show dominance. Do you want to be an alpha or a beta? Yep, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. No, I do appreciate you going the extra mile. Okay. Have a great one. Bye. Done. Some people, I swear to God, they don't get the clues either. They don't have the emotional intelligence to be, when someone else on the other end is like doing the tone shift that I do a lot. Normally you're talking like this. Yeah, it was crazy, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, well, yep, so, all right. You know, that's the transitional tone change. That means I gotta go. I've had enough. It's time. I have to go feed my family or take a shit or whatever you got to do. Okay. Or I just got to get off the phone because I'm about to blow my brains out because I've been talking to you for so long. Kids these days, they're so awkward. They're fucked. They have no skills. They have no idea how to use a phone. Unless a phone to them is the internet, which is really sad. They don't even know what a phone is. They only know what computers are. Very sad. I worry about them. I don't have kids yet, but when I do, I'm going to raise them like it's 1933, okay? 1945, and we just won the war. You understand? We're going to be in the forest, chopping wood. So the next time you think you're going to text someone, text a friend, why don't you just surprise them and give them a phone call? You might learn something. You might open up a whole new world of opportunity. Let me tell you why text messages are bad, and this is a whole other video, okay? Texting's bad for a lot of reasons, but number one, there's no nuance. There's no tone shift. There's no peaks and valleys. There's nothing. It's all robotic text. Quit being a robot. Be a human, because robots are taking over, so you don't want to try to be like a robot because you're just going to lose to an actual robot who's a million times smarter than you. So you need to be authentically human and rise to where people want to be around you, and that includes other robots. Other AI are going to be like, man, this person's so authentically human. I wish I could be as human as him. Maybe someday I will be, but not today, baby. That's Hollywood.